Good morning, everybody. Let's start with those toe lifts. So today we've got 3 circuits. There's 4 exercises in each circuit, and we're going to do everything twice. And we're going to do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. Heels up, right, and left. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3. Let's swing the leg front to back. So swing it front to back, nice and tall. Good. 4, 3, 2. Let's switch it over to the other leg. So front and back. So nice, good swing. Just start to wake up those hips. Good. 4, 3, 2. Switching to the other side, side leg lift out and in. Add a little swing, add a little cross in front if you can. So big and then a little bit bigger. 4, 3, 2. Good. Last one. Switch it over to the other side, out and in. So you can just start here. It's okay. But if you can, add that little bit of a swing. My legs are just not happy. Good. 3, 2. Switching sides, heel down, toe up, straight leg. We're just going to do nice, good circles. 4, 3, 2, change direction. Good. 4, 3, 2, good. Other side, switch. Nice, good circles. Change direction. 4, 3, 2, slow deadlift. So hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So down, 2, up, 2, down, and lift. One more. Bring it up nice and tall, slow squat. So sit down, and then bring it back up to standing. So sit, 2, up, 2, down, down, lift, lift. Now we're going to do 1 deadlift, so nice and slow. Bring it up, 1 squat, down, and lift. One more time slow. This is one of our exercises today. All right, we're going to go a little faster. So hinge, lift, sit, and stand. We just have 3 more. Last one. Good. Bring it up in the center. Arm circle. Take it up, and then we're going to bring it back around to the front. Switching arms. Circle it up. Bring it back around. So up, back, return to front. So it's okay if your shoulder circle isn't perfectly straight up overhead. We all have to start somewhere, and then we work our way up. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Forward step and reach right here. Forward step, pull it back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. 4, 3, 2. Forward step, reach across the body. Forward step, corner to corner. Good. 4, 3, 2. Step it out to the side, side lunge. We're going to hold it here. Just a nice good side to side. So little inner thigh stretch. Work on shifting your weight from hip to hip. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold it in the center. We have cat-cow. So inhale up, exhale back. So in and out. Good. A couple more. Last one. Good. Bring it all the way up. Side step. Nice, good press backs. So nice, good reach. Working the lats. Reach those hands almost like you want to try to clap them behind you. 4, 3. Good. Bring it in. Feet hip width. Bring it in. Pat on the back. Exhale. We're going to reach. So breathe in. Pat on the back. Exhale. Reach. We have overhead extensions today if you choose to do them. If you don't, you have an option. But now we've got that nice good reach, starting to wake up the muscles in the joints for those overhead movements. Good. We've just got a couple more. Give yourself a little bit of space. We're going to go for our plank walkouts. right here. So hinge it forwards. I do not believe we have any exercises on our hands and knees today. I think we have 2 rounds up and then 2 rounds on our back. But this is still a really good way to wake up your chest, your shoulders, and your core. Feel free to do the modified version, stepping it back away from the seat of a chair. Good. I have got one more right here. Nice, good walkout. Walk it all the way back, bring it all the way back up, roll the shoulder up, back, and down into your back pocket. Grab a quick drink of water if you need it. All right. 4 exercises, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. And we're gonna do 2 rounds. So we're gonna do 1 deadlift, 1 squat. Then we're gonna do rows. Then we have lunges, and then we have overhead presses. So we're focusing on isolation exercises today, so we're not doing like lunges with curls. We can focus on lifting a slightly heavier weight, but we're gonna start with deadlifts and squats. So grab weights that you feel comfortable doing that exercise with. I wanna get my normal weights, and I just do not think that that's a good idea. So 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, 3, and 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall. Oh, why did you do that? There we go. Okay, 1 deadlift, nice and tall, and then 1 squat. So nice, good hinge, nice, good lift, sit, and stand. And for lower body, if you really need to, you can absolutely just do body weight. I'm sticking with lighter weights than I normally would. So I'm actually, normally when I have an injury or if I've worked out really hard, it's the second day that gets it for me. Surprisingly, I'm okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm hoping it's not going to be a surprise that 3 days later is when I start to feel it really bad. 2, and 1. But I feel okay. For me personally, honestly, it is from my knee down to my ankle is where I'm really feeling it personally for falling. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Row, down, row, and down. This is another one. I'm going heavy with weights, but I'm alternating. So I still feel, I've got that little bit of stiffness just because of how I landed. So, and it was, I don't know if you want to say it was a semi-controlled landing. Like I didn't slam my knees onto the ground. I kind of landed on them, but it wasn't like, 90 miles an hour into the ground. But still, it's always just listen to your body. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? What do you need to modify? What do you need to adjust? 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going for lunges. Lunges, we're gonna alternate right, left. This one, I am absolutely doing body weight only. It's the single leg stuff that tends to get me. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Oh yeah, and for those of you that do your watches, I'm just doing traditional strength training today. So you could do functional, but traditional strength training because we're trying to hopefully go a little heavier. We've got those isolation exercises versus compound. Technical terms, compound is just like lunges with curls, right? Where you do a lower body and an upper body. So just nice, good lunges. Step it back, drop the back knee down towards the floor. 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, overhead presses. If you don't want to do overhead presses, it's okay. I want you to do side raises. I want you to do side raises. So trying to get the side shoulder. 2, and 1. Good. So press and down. Same rule applies. I'm going heavier, so I'm choosing to alternate today. If you want to go lighter, you can do both arms at the same time. So press and down, press and down. And I'm actually gonna go lighter. There we go. I'm feeling that one in my elbow. It's all the joint, it's all the issues like the pain and the discomfort and the joints that are talking to you that you don't know they're talking to you until you start lifting. But I am 100% grateful that I am not in worse shape. Here's 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna go for deadlift with squat. So round number 2. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So nice, good hinge. Stand tall, sit, and stand. So just a nice, good hinge. A little stretch of the hamstrings, and now we get just a little bit more knee when we do our squats. So hinge it forward. Stand tall, squat, and stand. So notice spine stays nice and neutral. It doesn't change. We're just focusing on lower body. Get those legs going. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, gonna go for rows. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, good hinge. Row, lower, row, and lower. So nice, good squeeze. Drive those elbows back. So 20 seconds. I like this one because I do lower body then upper body, so your heart's like, wait, where am I supposed to send all the blood and the oxygen? We switch it up a little bit. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna go for lunges. So body weight is okay, but try to add some resistance, even if you're holding one dumbbell right at your chest. 2, and 1. So we're gonna step it back, and then we're gonna stand tall. Good, we've got 20 seconds. So especially if you're doing body weight, this is a really good way to work on technique. Really think about hips, knees, and toes in alignment. Just stepping back, shoulders are staying pretty much over our hips. Back knee drops down towards the floor. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, overhead presses or side raises, because we do a lot of things going to the front, right? So we got to do some side stuff. I'm going to open my arms out just a little bit. 2, and 1. So this is a little bit of a wider overhead press, and that's perfectly okay. But if you're feeling it, elbows forwards, nice and neutral. And I'm just trying to go up and out, or up and in, really. So nice, good press. A little bit wider is a little bit less stable for your shoulders, so just keep that in mind. You may have to go a little bit lighter. That's all right. Whenever we change our hand position or we do something a little bit differently, don't be afraid to adjust your weights. You might find it's a little easier or a little bit harder, so you just have to modify. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, dumbbells down. Walk around, grab a quick drink if you need it. We're gonna move on, circuit number 2. So we're gonna do sumo squats. I just want you to take your legs wider. Doesn't have to be super wide, just wider. We have bicep curls. We're gonna do a kickstand deadlift. So round 1 right, round 2 left, and then we're gonna do overhead extensions. If you don't wanna do overhead extensions, a kickback is just fine. But we're gonna start sumo squats. So we're just gonna take it to a wider stance. And it can be a wider stance and toes a little bit more in. I just want you to try to go wider than hip width, maybe a little wider than shoulder width. Good, 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So I like to do like a goblet style, sit back and then stand. The most important thing when we're doing a wider stance like this is if your toes are pointing out towards the corners, your knees need to go to the corners too. If your toes are to the corners and your knees are pointing forwards, we need to either open up the knees, or if your hips won't allow it, you need to pull your toes in to point more forwards. But this is a little bit more upright, a little bit more inner thigh work. 10 seconds. I think about dropping my elbows right between my thighs or right between my knees. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bicep curls. I am again gonna go a little heavier. I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna do round 1, hammer curl, round 2, palms facing up. So I'm gonna switch my hand position a little bit today. 2 and 1. So I'm doing hammer curl to start. So just a nice good lift and lower. We wanna think about keeping our elbow pointing down towards the floor, just like this. It can move forward a little. We want to try not to pull and then pop the elbow forwards. It's not necessarily hurting anything, it's just going to get more shoulders, and we want to focus on biceps. So try to keep those elbows pointing to the floor. Squeeze an orange right in the crook of your elbow. So we're just bringing thumb to the shoulder. We don't have to take it up and behind us. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, kickstand deadlift. Kickstand deadlift. 1 dumbbell or 2. It's a deadlift, not a lot of knees. I feel okay doing 2 dumbbells and going a little heavier. But again, shoulders down and back, tuck the ribs in, hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So hinge and stand. This is our single leg. So first round, or both of these rounds, we have both feet on the floor working together. And then the second leg exercise is single leg, where each leg has to work independently. So hinge it forward, bring it up. Sometimes we hinge forwards and then we start to let the shoulder blades collapse to get closer to the floor. I almost want you to think you're getting closer to the floor, but you don't want to. You don't want to. You just want to try to get that good hinge, keeping the torso away from the floor. It sounds kind of weird, but good. Rest. Bring it in. We're going to do overhead extensions, or tricep kickbacks are perfectly okay. You can hold 1 dumbbell on the ends. I'm going to hold it in the center and have my hands cupped. Good. So lower and lift. If you want to do just a regular kickback, that's okay too. Sometimes your shoulders just don't like doing this exercise, and we don't want to turn it into a behind the neck press. That doesn't feel very good. So try to keep your elbows close to your head and pointing forwards. Close to your head and pointing forwards. So I want to see your tricep. I should be able to see your tricep while it's working, right? I can just look at the back of your arm and you're good to go. Same thing, we don't want to puff out our chest, but we don't want to be here. We shouldn't feel like we're going to hit ourselves in the head with the dumbbell. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it up. We're going to go for those sumo squats, or just a wide squat. So your wide squat can be here, toes pointing forwards, or just a little out to the corner. Here's 2 and 1. So we're nice and tall. Squat it down and then stand. Push through the heels. Use those inner and outer thigh muscles to stabilize your knees. So I always have the one knee that's injured, of course, is the one that I have issues with. So it's the one that likes to get kind of wobbly. So if you ever watch my knees, it's really minute. It's minuscule movement, but it gets a little extra wobbly sometimes. And it's okay. Again, if your squat is here, technique, quality over quantity. Work your way to a deeper squat. Good. Bring it in. Bicep curls. I'm going to go a little bit lighter, and this time I'm going to have my palms facing forwards. We don't want to dig our elbows into our tummy. Good, time's on. So try to have it by your side. Arms are relaxed. You can almost, it's a little trickier when you get bigger dumbbells because they're, you know, longer, but you can actually bring the end of your dumbbell to the side of your thigh. So we want to keep it close, but we want to have our arms just relaxed, hanging down by our side. I might be finishing class by myself today. Bye, Barb. Got one group already leaving, and I know I got another one leaving early, so I'll just finish the workout by myself. It's okay. It's okay. I record this, so you can always go back and watch it later. Good, last one. All right, kickstand deadlifts right here. So we grab those dumbbells. So just a nice good kickstand deadlift. Shift your weight into your front leg, back leg. Just a little bit of a kickstand position. Here we go. So it's a nice good hinge and then lift. With this one, we want to make sure we're not pushing our hips back on this one. I mean, the hips are going back, but our weight is in our front leg. So weight's in the front leg. We're nice and tall. So that means our knee is pretty much staying over our shoelaces. Hips go back, and then we bow, and we just hinge our chest towards the floor. Dumbbells should look like they're going straight up and down. Straight up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna go for our overhead tricep extension or tricep kickbacks. Tricep kickbacks. So we're gonna bring it up. I like to cup my hands, 2 and 1. So slowly lower, lift it back up. So you wanna try like you're running a back scratcher up and down your back. So you've got that back scratcher going down and up. And it's okay if your movement is smaller. Like if you're just doing, you know, like a little bend and straighten. Nice good squeeze. Oh, definitely feeling this one today. Lift, you can hold it at the top. A little bit of a break if you need it. 10 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it down. Walk around, shake it out, grab a drink of water. We're gonna head down to the floor. We have got chest presses. You can do a banded chest press if you're staying standing. We're gonna do toe touch crunches, and if you wanna stay standing, you're gonna be here, okay? Then we're gonna do pullovers. If you're standing, you're gonna do straight arm press backs. If you're on the floor, it's a pullover. And then we're gonna do reverse leg lowers, which you're gonna do knee extend and then straighten. So knee extend and straighten. So that is your option if you are gonna do the reverse leg lowers standing up. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead, take it down to the floor. And if you're watching this video later, I am currently doing this workout by myself. Which is okay, right? But then I have you joining me for the recording. There were technical difficulties and people couldn't get into class this morning, and I ended up with 2 and they had to leave early. So let's go ahead and take it all the way down onto our backs. We're gonna get ready for those chest presses in 3, 2, and 1. Good, so 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. Knees bent, feet flat. You can do palms facing in, chest press. So that's gonna get a little bit more tricep and a little bit more shoulder. Opening your elbows out to the corner is going to get you a little bit more chest. It's a little bit less stable for your shoulders. So if you're normally doing the chest press with your arms close and your palms facing each other, go lighter when you start this one, okay? We've got about 12 seconds. Nice good inhale, nice good push, meet in the middle. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, toe touch crunches. Carefully set the dumbbells down, especially if they're heavy. We don't want to just take our arms out straight to set them down. Carefully set them down. We're gonna take our toes up I'm gonna do one side only, and I'm going to reach and bring it down. Reach and bring it down. If you don't want to have your leg up, you are more than welcome to just reach for the outside of your knee. Reach and down. Reach and down. But I like to have the toe up, add that oblique. If you don't want to rotate, you can just hold it. You can actually take it up and just hold the rotation isometrically so you don't have that flexion and extension in your spine, or you can just hold an isometric crunch in the center. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, pullovers. I am doing one dumbbell just because I don't want to get up to get lighter weights. So I'm going to hold it on the ends, shoulders away from the ears, ribs are pulled down, a little bit of a soft bend in the elbow. We're going to lower the dumbbell towards the floor and then bring it right back up overhead again. Lower and lift. So lower towards the floor, lift it up overhead. Lower and lift. I like to do this one dumbbell in each hand, but this works just as well. It's okay if your arms don't get to the floor. You might end up stopping here and then coming back up. As long as you're feeling a stretch under the arms, but your ribs are staying tucked down and in. 7 seconds. Good. Carefully set the dumbbell to the side. Reverse leg lowers, or it's kind of a little reverse drop. So we're going to pull knee in, straighten, lower it down. Knee, straighten, lower. Good. Your time is officially on. Good. So pull it in, straighten the leg, lower it down. In, straight, lower. If you want to add an isometric crunch at the top, feel free. In, up, lower. So low back pulled into the floor. Nice neutral spine. In, lift, lowering from your hips and your abs. In, up, down. If you want to change it up, in, point, flex. Point, up, flex. So in, lift, flex it on the way down. 2 and 1. Back to the beginning. We're going for our chest press. So carefully pick those weights up. You can even come up to seated, grab your weights, and then rock yourself down. 3, 2, and 1. So press it up, bring it in. So it looks kind of like I have my arms out to the side, and I really don't. So if I had them straight out to the side, they'd be here. My shoulders don't necessarily like that. So I'm going to angle it down, form that letter A with my head. So my head is the point. My pinkies or the ends of my dumbbells are the 2 legs. And then I can draw a line straight across underneath my shoulder blades to form that final part of the A. Good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully set those dumbbells down. Now we're going to take our other leg up and we're going to do our oblique crunch, toe touch, or reach for the outside of the knee. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So option 1 is right here. We're reaching for the outside of the foot. We're going up and over diagonally. Option, up and over, reaching for the outside of the opposite knee. So up, lift, and then slow lower. Good. 10 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. Grab a dumbbell or 2. We're going to go for those pullovers. So arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Here we go. So slowly lower, bring it right back up. So ribs are down, low back close to the floor. Feel a stretch. This is getting shoulder mobility in addition to working those lats. If you're doing the standing variation, you're going to do those straight arm press backs. And we all want to think about long neck, shoulders away from the ears. So especially on those press backs, sometimes we shrug our shoulders up to our ears. We want to try to keep them a little bit lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Carefully set those dumbbells off to the side. Give yourself a little bit of space. We're going to do those leg lowers. So we bring it in, straighten, lower from the hip. So in, straighten, lower. So in, up, take it down. In, up, 2, 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to hold that isometric crunch, you're going to get a little extra. But notice I'm not pushing my tummy out. I'm trying to flatten it out, pull it in just a little bit. Good. In, up, lower. Option, in, up, flex your foot, lower, down. In, up, flex. Point, pull it in, straighten the knee, flex it down. In, up, flex. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, give yourself a little bit of a rest. Grab a quick drink of water, walk it around a little. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to put my equipment away. I'm going to grab a drink. And then we will do a little bit of stretching. We're going to start down on the floor. All right, let's go ahead, bring it into the center. We're gonna go for our 90-90s, hands by our hips, and we're just gonna go over to the right and then over to the left. What I want you to try to work on is not going all the way up and lifting the hip off of the floor just yet. I want you to try to keep your buns on the floor, and that means that your legs might not touch, and that's perfectly all right. My arms are shaky today. I think it was those triceps. So rotate and rotate. Here's 2 and 1. And now we are going to take it all the way over. So this hip is going to come up off of the floor. I want you to do 90 in the front. Get as close to 90 as you can in the back. You may have to bend your knee. And we're just going to start by sitting up nice and tall. So we're just going to hinge it here. We're getting a little bit more inner thigh. So first option is hand is by your hip, close to your body, pushing up. Option 2 is we're not holding on. And I really do need to get a kitty cam, like a second camera in here, because she's just looking super cute today. All right, we're going to hold this up position, and then now if we can, we're going to try to turn, and we're going to try to turn towards this back leg. This is not a good time. You were just like attention starved this week. I've never had this much attention from this cat. Normally she's napping, but I think the time change has like messed with her a little bit. Good morning. All right, let's bring it up, take it over to the other side. So we're gonna start with our 90-90, and again, we're gonna just sit as tall as we can. Put your hand by your hip so that we're hopefully sitting kind of tall. I feel this a lot more on this side of my body, but you can bend this back leg a little bit if you need to. I'm okay with it as is. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good in 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to try to keep that tall position, and now we're going to turn towards this back leg. So if you bent it, I want you to try to straighten this one. You can bend this one a little bit if that helps. We're just really nice and tall, and you might be pointing towards the corner. We just want to try to get this rotation. Good in 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring that top leg or that front leg back and under. We're gonna flip it back into our child's pose. This is your option to go ahead and come to standing if you need to. I'm gonna reach my hands forward, sit my hips towards my heels. Today, I'm gonna do a variation of puppy. So think puppy playing. So instead of doing hips to heels, I'm actually focusing on dropping my arms towards the floor. This is a little bit more of a chest opener, so it's a little bit more of a back arch. So if this is not comfortable for you, I want you to keep doing that child's pose. Just a nice, good stretch. Good in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and carefully bring it up to a hands and knees position. I'm taking my hands a little farther out because I'm going to pull myself forwards, and I'm going to pull my shoulders down and back, point my toes, drop my hips to the floor, and I'm going to think about doing a variation of cobra or up dog. And then I want you to think, if you're not good being here, if this is not good for your back, your arms, I want you to go into Sphinx, which is on your forearms, or all the way down onto your tummy. You don't have to be up in this position to get a nice stretch. The lower you are, the closer to the floor you are, the more spine safe that this is. Good. We're going to tuck the toes under, lift it up and back. Down dog variation. I am keeping my knees straight for this one. My heels are not going to touch the floor. I am not that flexible, but I still have a good position. Ears between my elbows, hips lifting up to the ceiling, neutral spine position. Good. Carefully bring it back. Take it down to hands and knees just for a rest. We're going to lift it up again one more time. So lift up, push it back, soften your knees. We're going to do alternating heel drops. And you can just be in kind of a plank variation for this one, or you can be at an incline plank. So just doing a little alternating heel drop, stretching those calves. 2 and 1. We're going to walk ourselves up to a standing position. I'm walking myself back. You can walk yourself forwards. You can go to your knees and then just do a lunge position. Bring it all the way up. Take your time. Head below the heart. Blood's got to figure out where it's going to go. Let's go ahead and give yourself a nice good pat on the back, stretching out those triceps. Good. Let's switch it over to the other side. Same thing. So nice good pat on the back. Good. Let's bring those arms down. Flex your wrists, straighten your elbows. We're just going to do shoulder rolls. So we don't want to do big spine movements. We want to just roll the ball in the socket. So your hips and your shoulders are ball and socket. Good. Let's go the other direction. So we're trying to get that movement going. Good. Tuck the ribs, set the shoulders down and back, reach the hands out. We're going to reach the fingers back, and then same thing, wash the walls. So try not to let the shoulders come up or the elbows get kind of floppy. Small movements. Your arms might be a little more in front. Good. Change direction. It's okay. Everybody's a little bit different. Good. Let's bring those arms down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Good. Bring the head up. We're going to look to the right, then look to the left. Good. 2 and 1. Bring it in the center. Big breath in. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, and exhale. Good. Big breath in and out. And you are all done. So I hope you had a good workout. Whenever you happen to be watching this, I finished that last circuit by myself, but that's okay, right? I was already working out. I might as well just go ahead and finish. And so you guys can have the workout. So have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again in class. So bye.